it doesn't matter which YouTuber you watch nowadays, okay? Everyone in the Call of Duty Zombies community always says that people are leaving, zombies is dying, there's no good content anymore. And that's kind of the whole narrative that's always being pushed. And I'm just here to kind of go ahead and debate that topic and really break it down. So let's just go ahead and hop right into that. So the main argument behind why people say zombies is dying is because they say that people are leaving because the games aren't good anymore, right? Modern Zombies is shit. It's never going to live up to what old Treyarch used to put out, right? And I have something of a caveat here, okay? Now, yes, Modern Zombies is very different from other Treyarch Zombies games, but you have to look at the type of content that people are putting out, okay? That directly correlates with obviously how well their channels are doing and stuff like that, and what types of videos they're putting out. Because if there's no content, then guess what? People are not putting out videos. But if you go ahead and look at what type of videos that people were uploading during Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4, right? If you go ahead and look at the types of videos that were being produced during that time, guess what? You'll go ahead and find that people were basically uploading the exact same types of videos that they are now, literally just repackaged. So for example, I'll give you guys some examples, okay? During Black Ops 2 and early Black Ops 3, right? The main buzz was top 5s, okay? That's what a lot of people were uploading, and then challenge videos as well for Black Ops 2, right? Those videos could easily be done in the modern day climate, okay? You could easily do top 5s, you could easily do challenge videos in the new games. In fact, you could do more of it, which I'll get into in a sec. But guess what? People are not uploading those types of videos anymore, whether because they don't do well or because people just don't like really find those videos engaging to make. I don't know what it is, right? But you could easily make challenge videos. Guess what? Black Ops 4 rolls around. You can easily make guides for all the new stuff, and people still do make guides, right? People still make story videos just like they used to, right? But this isn't really a story focused video, but I guess the story is still engaging enough to where you can make theories. If you look at some channels like Ether Kitchen, right? There are some theories to still be made. Whether or not the lore is as in-depth as before is up to debate. But the point that I'm saying is that the types of videos that people have been putting out, right, could easily be done in the modern day climate, which has nothing to do with the actual content, which I'm going to get into now. The actual content in the games is actually more than it used to be, right? I'm not talking about necessarily on an individual map level. Yes, for example, Liberty Falls has kind of less content than Shadows of Evil, but you still have to look at it. Liberty Falls probably has more side Easter eggs than Shadows of Evil. I know Shadows of Evil is definitely put a lot more time into it to, you know, making sure the barriers are placed exactly right and the side quests are made exactly right? And lighting and all that shit. I understand that, but I'm talking about the base content. And when you hop on the game, guess what? You can do all these extra side Easter eggs just like Shadows of Evil, right? So you really have to look at it. Which game has more content, right? Modern Zombies has way more modes. It has way more maps. In some cases, maybe not Black Ops 4, but that's kind of an exception. But has more modes, more guns, more updates, just more everything, right? And a lot of the time, more maps, right? So you really have to look at it. What has changed, right? Why are people not able to upload videos as they used to, right? Why is there this narrative that COD Zombies content is dying, that people are dying, right? Or COD Zombies is dying, people are leaving, right? They mainly blame the games, and it's not necessarily the games, okay? It is because Call of Duty Zombies content is built off of nostalgia, which is what I've been sort of trying to talk about here. And that's the idea that we've always uploaded content that's just always about the past, right? It doesn't matter what type of channel you have. Think about it. When top 5s were big, it was always reminiscing on all the zombies. You know, the Smith Plays and Mr. T-Lexify, top 5 best maps in all of Call of Duty Zombies, or top 5 best bosses, right? That addressed World of War, Black Ops 1, and Black Ops 2. Those games took place or were released 4 years before Black Ops 2, right? And then you just look at, for example, Tim Hansen's and all the other people who do retrospectives and review series, right? All those are built off of maps that have already come out, right? All maps from like years and years ago. So you really have to look at it again. Is that the fault of the new game? When Tim Hansen was uploading those types of videos during Black Ops 4, right, in Cold War, was it really the fault of Cold War in Black Ops 4 or even Black Ops 3 that is the type of content they were pushing out? No, it was because Call of Duty Zombies has always been built off of nostalgia content, okay? It doesn't matter what game it is. Challenge videos as well. Oh, the Smith Plays is doing, you know, challenges on World at War and Black Ops 1, right? 2 box challenges, right? Box roulette challenges, right? You can always look at this type of content. It's always been the same. It's never changed. It's always been about nostalgia content, because that's what Call of Duty Zombies is. It's about reflecting on the past, right? It's about, in the new maps, what do they take from the past and how do they make it new, right? Like, how do they revamp things? And that's literally what Call of Duty Zombies content has always been about. It has been about challenge videos, story, and making things interesting. That's the thing, and that's the key problem that I think that people don't rely on, is that creativity. People do not have creativity anymore to make their own challenges, to make their own whatever type of videos they want to make, right? Because there has to be a new niche that people are wanting to scratch, and there has to be people out there that are willing to do that. Just because people don't want to watch top 5s anymore for the billionth time, or don't want to watch map reviews anymore, doesn't mean that the content is shit in the new games. It just means that the content that you're actually putting out is not as creative as it used to be, right? And I'm not saying that a top 5 is fucking creative, but I'm saying that people would like those things back then, right? People would create those things and they would catch on. And I'm saying that there has to be a new niche that people will catch on to, and that's there for people to be filled in. And it will probably have to do with some sort of nostalgia content. It might not even have to do with the newest game, even though it could, right? There's some games that obviously people upload lots of content on when they're out, right? But majority of people's growing happens in between games, when they're reflecting on the past with top 5s, map reviews, stuff like that, right? Challenges. Like, those are the types of videos that do well and that propel channels forward. And it has nothing to do with necessarily with the new game, even though the new game obviously does help with boosting like views and stuff. I'm saying that you have to look at how Call of Duty Zombies content is produced, and that is that it's always a look at the past. It's built off of nostalgia content, right? It's built off of what makes people familiar, and looking back at the memories that people have from playing these games. So that's kind of my 2 cents on it, right? So to conclude here, it's that people are leaving the Zombies community and they're blaming the games, but it's not necessarily the games. These games have tons of content, okay? It's not the game's fault. It's because people are not able to create content, nostalgia content, in the way that they used to. There has to be a new niche to be scratched for the nostalgia content. And if you join me, I guess I'll be here along for the ride. But other than that, guys, catch you in the next one. Peace.